Hi guys, welcome to Happiest Places Home, the interior design channel. I'm Suzanne, I'm an interior designer, and today, together, we're going to navigate the retail Pottery Barn. It's one of our favorites, isn't it? So we're going to take a look at color, scale of items that it's hard to tell online. I'm going to try out some of the furniture, and we're just going to have a lot of fun in there. So come with me. I'm going to start with this gorgeous room that was in the middle of the store. And if you'll allow me, I'm going to point out the elements of the design that are the most striking. And then in this video, sometimes it will be the thing that makes something harmonious. We shall see. But one of the things that is outstanding in this room to me is the lumbar pillow. There are other things, may I say, but first of all, this lumbar pillow is so nice. It's called the Vase Embroidered Lumbar Pillow, and the green is more appealing in person. So the cover, just for the cover, $71.50. Now, if you have the means to do so, definitely grab this one. It's amazing. All right, but I do have a dupe for you if you don't, and it's at Amazon. You get 2 lumbar pillows for $25.99, which is a fabulous deal. So they're both 12 by 20, and there are always links in my description box, of course. Now, the other stunner is the vase. It's the oversized terracotta glazed vase by Pottery Barn for $279. I thoroughly researched this, and this looks a lot like pieces made by boutique potters, and they're more expensive than this, absolutely. And typically theirs are not quite as big if they're in this shape. Also, the color and the actual shade of the sage is exceptional, very uncommon. So if you have the budget, yes, this is worth $279 if you wanted something like this. But I do have a dupe, sort of. Crate and Barrel has a Jake Arnold vase. It's on clearance right now for $99. Now, this one's a little smaller. The Pottery Barn is 16 by 16, not counting the diameter of the bottom and the top. So this one is 13 by 12. So you're losing a few inches, but this is nice. The Pottery Barn one is a little more trendy. It has the glaze that makes it shine, and shine is in. Although it doesn't make matte finishes out because there are plenty of them in store. Now, it was so sunny when I was filming and just beautiful. And the light does change a little through the video, but it's so pretty to see that sunshine when it's so cold here in the Northeast. But anyway, the thing that stood out to me so much in this kind of bundle of Easter merchandise, they kind of had a tablescape there, but they put as much merchandise as they could. And the thing that stands out quite a bit are the pink tulips. And it would be hundreds to buy that many, but it's more of a display. And their pink tulips come in a bundle for $39.50, and they're very pretty. I found an alternative at Michael's if you don't want to spend that amount, and it's $13.99. I thought this honey bunny was very cute. I'm not recommending it as a designer, but I do think it's very sweet, especially if you have kids in the house. There is a cute item right here that I do recommend. It's the Rustic Bunny Stoneware Egg Holders. You get a set of 4 of them for $39.50, and I love the way that they were displayed in store with the moss spheres. So cute. And I did look up things like this, couldn't find a dupe. I wouldn't even bother trying to find one. I think they're absolutely worth that $39.50. And they're the champions of cuteness, in my opinion. Notice next to our bunnies, the Rustic Bunny mug. So they come in a set of 2 for $30, or you could just buy 1 for $15. That's kind of high for a mug, but it's not that high. And when it comes to mugs, I would spend more than less to get what you're looking for. So if you're having a brunch, these would be pretty cute. in the beautiful sunshine of the day, I'm showing you the Spring Garden table linens. So you can get 4 of these gorgeous napkins for $48, and that's not a bad price, but I did find you a dupe. I hope you'll be very excited about it. It's the Nathaniel Leah. Set of 6, $12.30, and it does look so similar. I don't think that this is a big company, and I've never bought anything from them. So, buy at your own risk, I suppose. But they also did have a table cover for that, and it's 1966. What a great offer. These Pottery Barn florals really do have the essence of spring. And here is the table cover, and that's $129. It's really pretty up close and such nice detail work. So I did show you the prices in store of some of these, but again, look at this $19.66 comparison. All right, now the next set of napkins I've shown you before, and I've shown you a dupe. The dupe is sold out. I don't know if it's because of us or what, but you can get 4 of these adorable Pottery Barn napkins for $48, and I couldn't find them anywhere else at this point. So if you like that look, and it is so nice, you would get them at Pottery Barn for sure. To point out one other item, and it's the oval platter. So this is Pottery Barn Spring Garden oval serving platter, $69.50. Now my advice as a designer is to always go with white serveware that kind of looks the same. So if it's modern, if it's traditional, and you'll just be better off in that way. But if you do have an abundance of funds, this particular piece looks like a little cottage in its persona, and I think it is really nice. White dinnerware is also superb to bring a whole design together, and right underneath there was Pottery Barn's heirloom set, which we went over quite a bit in the fall, but it is a good value for those plates. But the thing that's stealing the Easter show here are the Easter egg appetizer plates, 4 for $49.50. I researched these. There are other egg plates out there, of course, but these just have a nicer design, and none of the plates were that much more affordable than these. So if you like these, I think it's a good value. Another little whimsical touch on this design are the napkin holders, and they are the Forsythia napkin rings, set of 4, $29.50. These weren't my favorite item in the store, but I do think that they add a lot to that tablescape. Here is a different tablecloth called the Garden Tablecloth. It's $139, and it just has more of a beige background than the other. So if that fits into your decor better, there's another choice for you. And this seems like it could go beyond spring to summer for sure. That's just the back of it. There were so many options for table runners and napkins and just linens, and that's good to see. I thought many people in my audience who love navy blue would love these toile eggs. There are 5 of them for $24.50. They're made of styrofoam, very light, and then there's a covering. I did find an alternative at Amazon where you get 6 for $17, but it's not that difference in price. So if you like the Pottery Barn ones, I would go for those. And also for you fans of blue, it was everywhere in the store. We have matte blue vessels, shiny blue vessels, an abundance of throw pillows, and just so many options. I wasn't going to recommend any one of these in particular, except for some pillows that I'm going to talk about later. One of the alluring things about the chair that you're looking at is the Ikat fabric. And that's very popular right now. So it makes this piece more trendy, and that's why it was in the very front of the store. So the Carlisle armchair is very big and substantial. So to scale it in a room, it might look too big for your other furniture, but they do have that fabric on an abundance of chairs if you like it. I found some alternatives for less money, but the Target one is so fetching, I might go for that one if you had the budget. In Pottery Barn designs, the chair that we discussed is typically shown with this woven table. It's the seagrass side table. It's $299. It looks like a warmer, rich brown in person than it does in this picture, but maybe they do have a summery version and a fall version. I don't know, or they just vary because it's natural materials. This chair is combined in a vignette that you're about to see the other perspective of with things that become very harmonious that wouldn't normally go together. So a cocoa sofa with a blue and white chair with the cream ottomans, those are neutral, so it doesn't count. But all of those colors in the pillow, you would think it doesn't look ideal together, but in person it looks even more harmonious. I'll use the word again. Now, there are a multitude of pillows, and I'll point out a few that I think are probably the standouts. And one of them in this display is coming up. It's the Riley Embroidered Lumbar Pillow. So it's $69.50, and I'm about to show you it here. Now, lumbar pillows are fantastic in a design, and it's nice to have varied sizes of pillows in your display, and that's always an easy way of just kind of throwing off the shapes and all that in a positive way. There are so many faux florals in their store right now, and they're so pretty. Now, one thing, so the prices are rather high, but I do feel like if you have a good faux floral, you could actually keep it for a lifetime unless it starts to fray, but that has to do with your care of it, not necessarily the product. But here's a glance at the prices. But I wanted to give you my opinion as a designer about florals, and it's not a rule, it's just a thought, and that is taking white faux florals and adding them into each room in your house can give you a more cohesive space. So let's say, for example, here, there's a lot of color on that sofa. If you were to use now a pink or a yellow flower, it would just be too much. So the white florals are the way to go, in my opinion. But if you are looking for, a springy pink or, a rusty thing in the fall, that totally works, especially if you have a neutral space. It's just a thought for you, and one that I think a lot of designers agree with. So this is the other side of that throw pillow display. Their throw pillows just are very oversized and nice. They're not as telegenic as they are in person, but we've done a lot of dupes for these, but they sure are a large scale piece, and it's a little more luxurious looking for that reason. I did like the ribbed vaseware here, but it wasn't one of my favorites, so I'm not featuring it. But this quilt is something we've discussed before, and it's kind of like the spring-summer version of the Love quilt for winter, or maybe it was called the Winter Dreams quilt. But this is really a gorgeous piece, and I had the opportunity to, feel it with my own hands, and it's very soft. So they did a nice job, and like we said about those, they're handcrafted. So here is an exquisite display using the Balboa chair, and you've seen this in my videos before. It is very luxurious and so comfortable in person. Now theirs is $16.64 on sale right now. The dupe I always show you is by Drew Barrymore, and it's either $2.98 for the cream, $2.48 for the sage. But I do have some news. I don't know if you guys realize this, but there's an outdoor version of the Balboa, and it's the largest version, and it seemed like that would be such a comfy place to sit outside. The swivel chair is displayed with the Penelope embroidered pillow, and it's on sale right now, $63 for the pillow cover, and then it goes up to $85.50 depending on what filling you purchase. But I thought this looked really nice on the Balboa with that navy throw, and would give you a summer update to your swivel chair because a lot of people are doing fur pillows and fur throws on them. And now here we have our fun summer update. When I'm filming my videos, I always like to put things back exactly the way I found them. So next we're making our way over to this display with the Montrose vases. So there are 3 different sizes, and they go particularly well with that pillow that I just showed you. But these have the blue and the white on them. It's terracotta with the glaze on top and the detail. Those are exceptional, and I think they're worth the price. I think you've seen in my other videos that I recommended purchasing those rather than a dupe, but I do have a dupe for you. At Home has a line of vases called Providence, and this is the largest one at $29.99. I noticed there was another at $9.99, but it's worth checking out if you wanted to get a set. As I meander through the store, I'll mention to you that some of my favorite things are at the end of this video as well. So stay tuned through the whole thing to see everything. There's a lot of the brick and terracotta color palette there. But in this vignette, I am loving this throw pillow right here. So it's really large in scale and it has a fabulous pattern. So it's called the Nola and it's $79.50 for the pillow cover. And they also do have bedding. I think the bedding is a bit much, but the way that they displayed it in store was very well done because the print is hidden a bit by the layering that they do. Here's a good example of a trio of pillows in the different sizes. That was done by Pottery Barn. I put 3 pillows together as an example for you. Don't ignore the ones on either side, but this is kind of what you would do. The largest, the medium, and then a lumbar. Very nice. I like this little setup where you could have a little zoom in a room. But this particular lamp I thought was a nice style. It's the City Glass lamp and it's $249. I think it's very high quality brass, so I'm sure you could find a dupe, but it wouldn't be quite the same. Now we get into a few bunnies, and they have the gray bunnies, which I don't prefer as much as the terracotta glaze that you're about to see. I think they're called rustic terracotta. And there are 3 different sizes in the larger scale, and then there are some smaller ones. But what I'm recommending are these 3 sizes, and they go from $39.50 to $69. And I thought Pottery Barn did a decent way of showing you how to display these, whether you just bought the one, nice with a vase and candles, or on your island would be really cute. And then I thought it was so funny to lay it on the coffee table book, which you know we all have. And then if you're having a lovely outdoor garden brunch, beautiful. I found an interesting dupe on Amazon. So these are unfinished wood bunnies. You get 2 for $15.99. It's meant to be a DIY situation, but actually I think the natural wood has an appealing aesthetic as well. We have a lot of white and off-white vessels that you've seen in other videos. They do have quite a few of them at home. At home, so give that a shot. And then this room was nice. I love that rug, which you can see now. The recliner I don't appreciate, but I might show you again and explain why later. Every display had a console table behind the sofa, which is, you know, a common decorating technique, but it is a great way to have the opportunity to display more and to just have an extra place to reach to put a drink or whatever. Anyway, let's move on to these vessels. You're looking at the rustic Halldale terracotta vase collection. It goes from $29.50 at the smallest to $179 at the largest. And I'll show you a better view of them from their imagery. But I'll tell you, in store, it did look rather aged and some not in the best way. But I do think this is a lovely collection, and it's a great way to incorporate terracotta into your design because terracotta color, brick color, peach, rose that has a little bit of brick in it, they're all in style. Well, I found you some alternatives, but they're not quite as rosy. And I found one at World Market. They have natural ceramic speckled jug vases, and there are 2 sizes. You can see the prices there, and they don't look as sophisticated as the Pottery Barn ones, of course. I also found a $14.99 vase at home, which had a richer color. And then if you have a modern home, you might like this one as your preference. The varying colors make it modern, and the idea that it's super glazed and shiny is what's making it very today. Okay, so for $16.49, you can only get that in store at the moment. They can hold it for you, but you can't get it shipped. I guess, you know, it was popular. So these have extra flourishes, and it's not really my preference. So I'm not going to get into detail on those, but they do look nice in a design and look great in a dining room that I put together. Anyway, ferns are in at Pottery Barn, absolutely. And this particular setup is $249, and it had a lot of impact, didn't it? Going to imagine there's a sponsorship in here, but it's not. I just found a lot of items at home. All right, so potted green fern plant, 24 inches. That's tall. That's 2 feet tall. All right, so for $24.99, great price. And then here's a fern with a marbled vase. I think the other one is probably more up to date, and this one costs more, $49.99. As you can see, there were still fur elements mixed in, and they found a way to mix them with spring things and designs, which I thought was pretty nice. All right, so this is another version of the glazed oversized terracotta vases in white. And then this chair I put in another video, found a dupe for it, but I'm going to tell you now, I never had a chance to sit in the Pottery Barn version, and it's not comfortable. And that's not their fault. It's any chair like that would not be comfortable. Candles in varying colors are very in style, but I have the same theory about these as I do about faux florals, and that is that you should use cream or white to have some unison throughout your home. It's just more elegant. Here we're exploring the Cori glass accent table. One color, the milk glass and bronze, is on sale for $174 right now. And I pointed out in a recent video that that is a good offer. Now this is a good example of just a comfy, cozy situation. And I did try out the ottoman, which we've been seeing for a while, and it actually is quite comfortable. Comfortable enough to sit down for a conversation or two, but I wouldn't say to sit on at a party the entire night. And great to put your feet up, which is the purpose. Anyway, I think this is the whimsical piece of the season. It's $29.50 and it's a butterfly. I wouldn't purchase it, but I do think if you're trying to get the hot Pottery Barn thing, that may be one of them. In my opinion, the striking piece in this design is the embroidered pillow that's blue and white. I think it's probably the best part of this vignette. The ottomans make it kind of nice too. But anyway, that pillow is called the Delancey Embroidered Pillow. It's $79.50 for the cover only, and then the prices vary depending on your stuffing. But this is a really nice design, and it comes in all of these colors, which is nice. Something for everyone. In this section, we have our colossal hand knit throws, and mostly in the colors that were very popular in the fall. So something I want to show you, which I thought was funny, is this chest. And if you do play Disney Dreamlight Valley, I wonder if it reminds you of the chest that you keep, your valuables in the game. If you've never played the game, it's fantastic. And I'm not a gamer, but my husband bought it as a Christmas present for the two of us. And I thought, oh yes, that's for you. But I love it because there's a lot of decorating elements in it. Now, this living room was set in the back of the store, and it's the clay and rosé combination. I think it is gorgeous. They did such a nice job on this one. And, we have the Balboa with the rust color chenille, and that's really beautiful. But that blends so well with these pillows. So this is very well done, and not one of those where they need to bring a whole bunch of different elements together and have difficulty with it. Although there are summer, spring, and then also winter pillows mixed together in that design, which they made it look great. Now, as a reminder, the Balboa is $13.94, and of course we have our dupe that you could get for it, but theirs is just beautiful. All right, and more refined, I'm sure. Anyway, I did like this pillow and checked it out, but it was a little floppy, and I'm sure you could fix that with your own stuffing. And then this pillow I love, and it was popular in the fall and the holidays, and I think it does look so cozy. So I thought I would include it. It's $102. I'm sure you can find replacements. I didn't do that for you, and I'm sorry, but I loved the color in person. I put the pillows back the way that I found them. And that's the Delancey in the peach, or I'm sorry, terracotta. It's very nice in that design. So patterns are definitely in bedding at Pottery Barn. And I think I did a dupe. Yes, I did a dupe for this comforter for you once. But it is interesting in person to see how they dress the beds. This one looked a little messy. Someone must have tried that bed out. But it looks nice to blend cream in with such a busy pattern. And I think they did a nice job layering here. That pinstripe on the opposite side of the comforter makes it easy to play down the massive pattern. And then I think I showed you this before. I thought that looked nice, the way they dressed the bed. And always with them, unexpected combinations with throw pillows, you know. This was a good mix of the springy florals and the fur put together. Nice. This pillow isn't to my taste, but I thought I would show you because it is very on trend at the moment. And then this little display, we did a dupe for that candle holder once. And I just wanted to show you all of the lamps in the setting. And then there was one that I just found very unexpected, and it's this one. It's kind of like a misshapen base, which we've seen a bunch of times, and it's got the conical shade. But I found a dupe for this at Target. This is $50, and it's their modern table lamp by Threshold. There's also a smaller version, and I don't know if someone in the store was playing around with shades, but that looks weird on that one, or maybe just because it's crooked. And then again, in store, you can find some great deals. Well, I hope you enjoyed our trip to Pottery Barn. I had fun. I hope you did as well. Leave a comment on this video and let me know your thoughts on my design finds at Pottery Barn or just the visit to the store and how this video was done. I have a handful of people that comment on every single video, and I feel like we're family now. Well, to everyone, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet to Happiest Places Home, please do. And if Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or they say GMT, works for you, hit the notification bell.